Do you let comparison rob you of your joy? Welcome to the Graceful Edge, where leaders tread and you are a leader. This weekend, I kind of got into the comparison bug in a good way. I was looking back at my past and trying to figure out those areas where I would get held back from reaching my potential. And I realized very quickly that whenever I dipped or I stepped back or I even backtracked a little bit was when I started comparing myself to others. Now, a big one in my life was, of course, my twin. I am a twin. And so we get compared a lot. We're like told, you don't look alike because we're fraternal twins. We're not identical twins. So we are twins, though most people just think we're sisters. And of course, as we've gotten older, our looks have changed in different ways because of that fraternal nature of our twinness, if you will. And so we are compared. Most people will be like, yeah, you're family, but you're not twins, until we whip out the driver's license and people realize we have the same birthday, same year, same everything. Hello, we are twins. And so we're compared. And we're compared, or well, why aren't you more like her? Or we get sometimes confused. My sister was a police officer and I was a bouncer in a bar. So, of course, our paths overlapped, but sometimes I would get the brunt of her anger because she pulled somebody over and they're like, hey, I recognize you. You're the one that pulled. And I'm over here going, yeah, no, not me. You're thinking of my sister. So it's very interesting how comparison affects our lives. We can actually let that hinder us and not move forward, or we can take those comparisons and go, well, that's all fine and dandy, and go, I'm just going to take that and set that in a nice foundation. I'm going to use it for a stepping stone. And that was something I didn't know how to do until fairly recently. I still fall into the comparison trap. Even this weekend, I'm like, oh, some of the people that are around me, they're doing so much. They're doing this, they're doing that. And I went, wait a minute. They're in their lane. I need to get into my lane and stick with what works for me. And that's what I want for you. Take a look at, where are you comparing? Oh my God, that person is like this. Or heck, we even look at those people we admire and we go, oh, I wish I had their luck, or I wish I had their house. I wish I had their car. I wish I had their business. I wish I had. Stop wishing, because it might look greener over there for them. Though for you, it's not going to be green. Heck, it might be super duper duper dead black, brown, or anything else, because what they do doesn't work for you. And yes, it took me a while to figure that out. What works for my twin does not work for me. We are not the same person. We are two separate individuals who just happen to look fairly similar. Like, even right now, you could definitely tell we're different because I shaved my hair and my sister's got hair, as far as I know, still down to the middle of her back, and she dyes it red. We don't look anything alike anymore because we are different individuals. So when we move into life and when we're doing business, when we're interacting with families, when we're looking from the outside in, remember that there's people looking from the outside of our life in, going, oh, I wish I had that. Or, oh my God, I wish I could be more like that. We need to stop that. We just need to be in our lane. We can help others the most by being ourselves, staying in our lane, and saying, hey, this is my area of expertise. How may I help you if that's something that maybe you're not as good in? And that's the blessing. And that's why there's so many businesses out there these days, because we all find our niche and we fill it to the best of our ability. And when we do that, we actually help other people do the same thing. So do more of that. Stop comparing. Don't let it rob you of that joy. Don't let it stop you from taking that next step of saying, oh my gosh, I could fall on my face. Okay, do it. Frankly, we've been falling on our face since we were, yay high to a grasshopper, right? Because what did we do when we learned how to roll over? We looked like a turtle trying to flip itself over, right? We didn't get very far, but we kept going. And when we learned how to walk, we were either falling on our butts or we were falling on our faces. We don't remember it, which is probably a blessing because I'm sure that probably hurt. Though here's the thing, we need to keep going because here's the funny thing too, nobody's watching. And if they are, they're probably back there going, yup, been there, done that. So they're not laughing at us. They're probably laughing with us going, did that. But now look at me, right? Look at me now. It is a beautiful thing. Sorry, my dog is being a tush today. It is one of those things that don't let it rob you of that joy that is life. Enjoy life every second of every minute. And when you find that thing that lights you up, go for it. When you find something that can help somebody else who gets that look of complete joy or really wants to do something. I know right now I'm kind of going through that myself. My daughter wants to go do something. And I'm kind of going, right now it's not in the financial area of possibility until we got looking at it. And she kept digging in and she kept doing the research. And we realized that, oh my gosh, it might be possible. So even that possibility of, hey, can we work towards this? Let's move towards it. And so that's what we're doing. We're looking at every option known to man to try to make this work. My daughter has come up with some creative ways to say, hey, this is what I want to do. And these are some of the options to make it work. To the point where this girl is going to sell her artwork. Even though she doesn't feel that it's worth selling, she's going, I can sell it. I can take commissions. I can sell my work. She's thinking outside of the box. She's sticking within her lane, her area of expertise, her artwork. She's also stepping outside the box and doing other things that I'm like, really? Though that's okay. When we find a way to fulfill our why or that thing that we want to do in the moment, miracles can happen. So stop comparing. Start looking at not just the conventional ways of getting something done. Think outside the box and go, who do I know? Who could I stay with? Who can I maybe find a way to do whatever it is, whatever you need to do. Sorry, my brain kind of like went blank there for a second on like what you could possibly do, but it varies on your situation. Who can you network with? Who can you call? Who can you stay with? Who can have that one piece that you don't do very well, but maybe we'll trade in kind? There's many, many ways to get things done when we have an awesome network of people that, if you will, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine, we both win, right? Stop letting comparison hold you back. Move forward in your lane of expertise, your passion, your talents, your skills, whatever it is, go for it today. Move forward in a way that you're enjoying life in this moment and you're letting go of expectations of someone else, because we cannot live someone else's life. We can only live our own. And if you want to know more on how you can extend your skills, grow, look at things from a different perspective, I invite you to join the Graceful Edge book club and come join us. And you'll see that I changed the banner down below. GracefulWarriorCoaching.com. Go to Graceful Edge Book Club and sign up. Right now we're reading The Slight Edge and we're rolling into chapter 8. We're going to be talking about the ripple effect this week. And that also falls into when we, so to speak, drop our skill, our talent, our potential, and our whole being into what we do. We drop into that water and it creates these beautiful ripples. Because as we're following our zone of genius, as we're being our most authentic self, and we're living our best life ever, people looking in see that. And they don't compare themselves to us because we don't want to do that. What we say is, if she can do it, so can I. If he can do it, so can I. It's one of those beautiful things that when we see people living their authentic life, we should be taking it as a sign, so can we. And live in that wonderful abundance that is joy and happiness of being in this moment. So, again, sign up for the Graceful Edge Book Club and become that graceful warrior you're meant to be. And come tread with us where the leaders are out front, because we are. I'll see you later.